Hi Almond and welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you the blushes and the highlighter I picked up from Pat McGrath and also one of the new Divinyl lipsticks. If you like these types of videos, please consider subscribing because I do them along with makeup hauls, swatches, tutorials, and reviews every Saturday. So let's get into these goodies. Now let's get into these blushes. Hopefully you were able to join me, but if you weren't, I just did a live with these blushes. So I swatched all of them live. I'm going to swatch them again for you today. And the highlighter, I applied all of the blushes on my bare skin, and the highlighter and the lip vinyl. So all of the swatches were in that live that I will link up here. And so today I'm going to be using two of the blushes, although I will swatch them all for you again. This one is, so here's the packaging. I mean, you know, you've seen it. It's really beautiful. I love the purple and the gold together. And then we have, oh, let me zoom you in a little bit. Okay, that's better. And then the compacts, which look just like the quads, but they're a lot smaller. So here, this is the quad and this is the blush compact. So that's the size. That's the size difference. That's the size difference in the two. And then the highlighter is also the same size. Unlike the quads that you just open, these do have a push button that you can push in, and then there is your blush. They do have mirrors. So I did pick up three. Pat was having bundles. There are 9 blushes in total in the collection, and I picked up the deepest 3 in the bundle that she had. There is another one that I want, Cherish, which is a brighter, lighter pink, but I figured I could wait on that one depending on how I feel about these. So the first one up is Lovestruck, and it's just a pretty dusty rose. And I will say that these look a little more muted in person than they do on the promotional and Pat's videos and on her website. So that is Lovestruck. The next one up is Electric Bloom, and this one has a decidedly more orange tone to it. Now it is brighter than the other two, than Lovestruck and the third one I'm going to show you, but again, it doesn't seem like it's as deep and rich in person as it was on the website or in the promotional videos. You can build them up, as you see. I'm going to show you close-ups when I'm done swatching them. And then last but not least is Paradise Venus, and this is the one that she describes as a terracotta, and it is definitely pretty muted, and it is like a terracotta brown, and that is the swatch of that. And here's a closer look. This is Paradise Venus, the terracotta brown. This is Electric Bloom, which has the orange, more orange tone, and then this one is Lovestruck, which is the dusty rose. Now when I used these in the live, I swatched them on bare skin. Today, of course, my makeup is done. I have foundation and I have set it with powder. And Pat McGrath says that, I mean, you can apply one of two ways. You can apply the blushes on unset foundation and apply the blush first and then lightly powder afterwards if you like, or you can go in with a light setting powder and then apply the blush. But of course you can use them in whichever way you feel comfortable and however way you like to wear your makeup. I have set my base, so I'm going to be applying them on top of my powdered foundation. And today I'm going to use two of the blushes because I want you to be able to see two as opposed to just one. And also Pat on her website also suggests like using two at a time, mixing, matching, blending two together, starting with a lighter, brighter one on the apples of the cheeks and then a darker, softer one blended up towards the temple. Now, the first time I used this, which was yesterday and during the live, I went in too heavy. It picked up a lot. I picked up a lot of product on my brush. I'm using the Sonia G Cheek Pro brush. It's a natural hair brush, and I'm going to start off with Lovestruck, and the formula is soft, so you are going to get kick up in your pan, and you don't want to go in like that. You definitely want to do a soft pat like so. And look, you will see, do you see how much product this has picked up? And so I'm gonna go ahead and just tap my brush of some of the excess, and I like to pat first and then blend, but I've been seeing Pat in the videos, the person just swipes it on just sweeps it on rather. So I'm going to try a sweeping motion. Even though these are a little more muted than I expected, they are still pigmented, so don't want to go in with too much and sweep. Okay, so I know you can't even see that, which is okay because I really didn't want to go in with too much. But what I did find when I used them yesterday is that they do build, so you can build them. So that's what I'm going to do here. And I do, oh, what's that? I do like to sweep my blush up into my temple area, which is harder to do because I have a head wrap on, but and I'm just going in with more. So I'm just tapping it in there, knocking off the excess, and then sweeping it. Yep, and as you can see, it is definitely a softer, more muted blush. Let's go to the other side. Sorry for that noise you hear. My neighbors, they want to race down the street. And also one of my neighbors is getting renovating their house. They're getting some work done on it, so you might hear that as well in the background. Now, can you see that? Can you see that? So definitely more muted. Definitely more soft. So that is Lovestruck. So now I'm going to wipe off my brush and I'm going to go in with Electric Bloom, and I'm going to concentrate that on the apples of my cheeks. I don't generally put blush right here on the apples, like right there, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to do that. And this is Electric Bloom. So again, more muted. Let me see. Let me open up the other one. More muted than it appears in the promo photos and in the videos, in the promo videos. In my opinion, they're more muted. And I do have blush like on my table here. So again, they are soft, and you will get, look at that, you will get a lot on the brush. Tap that off, and I'm going to go in right here on the apples. And this one right here definitely has a lot more punch to it. But again, still really soft. Now, I feel like I have a lot of blush on right now. So I'm gonna come up a little closer. So we have Electric Bloom right here on the apples, and then Lovestruck going up towards the temples. Yeah, so very, very soft. Paradise Venus is definitely has like a little more bronzy, brownish tone to it. Very, very is going to be a very natural blush for people with, for my skin tone and people with deeper skin tones. So yeah, so those are the blushes, and now we're going to get into this highlighter. And this highlighter, oh my goodness. This highlighter is something else. This highlighter, this is it, same compact as the blushes, and it has a mirror, and this is Golden Nectar. Really beautiful. Golden Nectar. And it is a champagne rose gold. Feels incredibly smooth. You saw that swatch and how smoothly it went on. And look at this shine. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, I don't have any of Pat's other blushes, so I cannot do a comparison. I can tell you that this feels really smooth and soft, and the bling factor on here is, you're about to see. I'm actually a little scarred. I'm a little scarred. So I'm just gonna tap it gently, and this is a synthetic brush that I'm using. And I don't really, yeah, I do see a little bit on there. And I'm just gonna tap and hope that this goes well. Okay. So I went in very, very lightly. You saw what I did. Like, I barely touched the brush into the powder. And do you see the glow? Do you see that highlight? I'm gonna build it up for the purpose of this video, but this for me is perfect. Just how I like it. I don't like to be blinging from space, but here we go. I'm gonna add just a little bit. And it's pretty. I think it's pretty. The first time I used it yesterday, I went in too hard. I went in with too much, and it was like, woo! But I see now with a light hand that you see that? Okay, this one wasn't too light. I didn't go in too lightly with this, but as you can see, I'm able to blend it. Right, so it was a little scary at the beginning there, but able to blend it out. Going with a little more. See that initial application? But then once I go in and blend, it's not as scary. But you know, you could go in and build this to the intensity that you want. I'm gonna put okay. Put a little bit here in the center. A little bit. I'm scared to the nose. And right here on the Cupid's bow. Now, I don't really need to be highlighting my nose because it's big enough, but go on with my damp sponge and boom. So scary at first, but it does blend out. You can blend it out. I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to put on my setting spray, and then we're going to do the lip, and then we're going to talk about these products. This is my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, and I do like to tap it in with my sponge. And I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but this side of my face definitely has more blush than this side. This side looks a lot more natural and understated, and this side looks a little more dramatic. Blend out this highlight a little bit here. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the Divinyl lipstick. I only got one because I wasn't too sure if the other one, what is it, Divine Rose 2 I think it is, was going to be a little too pink or a little too light. I think I'll probably end up getting it though because I really love the Divinyl formula. Feels like a balm. It's shiny like a lip gloss, and it's opaque like a lipstick. And this is what Flesh 7 looks like, which I wasn't too sure what it was going to look like because on Pat's website, the pictures on her website on the models of the lip swatches, it looked red to me, and I definitely did not want red, but it is definitely not red. It is definitely a berry. Now in the live I did put it on my lips without a lip liner, but today I am going to be applying lip liner, and this is of course my MAC Chestnut lip liner. Okay, lip liner has been applied, and now the lipstick. And this lip liner definitely darkens it up. Even makes it look a little more brown than berry. So that's it with the lip liner. Actually on my arm here, it's looking, yeah, it's looking more brown berry than berry. So I like it. I like this color. I think it's a nice departure a little bit from the pinks and the berry pinks. Okay, so you have seen some of these products in action, 2 of the blushes and the Divinyl and the highlighter in action. And what are my thoughts after applying them now onto my face 2 days in a row? And I am very surprised at how muted they are compared to the promo photos and the videos. So definitely surprised at how muted they are. Definitely surprised at how soft and muted they are even upon application. And if you're someone that likes a more natural blush and you're afraid of really, you know, pigmented where you're going to go in and it's going to be like, oh my God, I don't think you really need to worry when it comes to these blushes, because they are really easy to blend, and as you can see, buildable. So it may take some building to get it to the intensity that you want, and I don't know how intense you'll get it even with all of the building. If you're my complexion or deeper, I definitely feel in person like I need to tone this side down. Not sure how it's looking on camera, but in person it's kind of looking like I need to tone it down a little bit, whereas on this side, definitely more faint. So something to think about, especially if you are of a deeper complexion. Again, these are the 3 deepest shades, with Paradise Venus really not being all that vibrant or impactful. It's definitely more of a brownish terracotta and definitely more subtle. So I'm not sure how deep you're going to be able to get this to go if you have a very deep skin. But for, you know, if you're my complexion and lighter, you're not going to have any issues. I think the lighter you get, of course, you're going to have to use a lighter hand with them. But if you're my complexion or deeper, I really think you can just kind of go in with these, and the ability to blend them out is going to soften it for you. They're just soft. I think they're just soft in nature, not only in the formula, because when you put your brush in it, you are going to get kick up in the pan. They are soft, so they feel smooth to the touch. They feel soft to the touch. So you definitely don't need to dig in your brush with any of these. As you saw, I used a natural hair brush for the blushes and it picked up a lot of product, and I find the same to be with the highlighter. I used a synthetic brush with the highlighter and still was able to pick up a fair amount of product. In terms of the highlighter, I think it's really beautiful. I see more of the champagne goldiness than I do the pink, but it's really bam. It's really bam, and it's not as bright as it was last night when I went in with way too much on one side of my face because I didn't know what I was doing. But I definitely still see it, but it's not garish at all. At least I don't think so. You let me know what you're seeing in the comments below, but definitely don't think it's garish, but definitely it's giving you some bang for your buck for sure. But as you saw, I put it on my nose tip here, and I was able to blend it down and blend it out with my finger and with my damp sponge. Same here on the Cupid's bow. So for me, it's giving me a nice kind of glow from within, glow, more of a glow than a bam. It's not glittery at all. If you have texture like I do, it is going to highlight your texture, but I like it. I really do like it. I think that, I don't know, I think for me the highlighter might be a little more exciting than the blushes. And the Divinyl, this shade, I really like this lip color. I feel like with a liner you can take it into different ways. You can take it into different categories, whether it be a little more brown, if you pair it with a more wine colored lip liner like Currant or from MAC, or Night Moth from MAC, or something a little more plummy, you're going to see more of the plum come out, the berry plum tones come out. But yeah, so I really like the formula. So let me know what you think. I'm going to continue, of course, to use these to see what I like. Let me see how I like them. Let me know if you'd like me to come back with a review after I've worn them a few times. But yeah, right now I like them. I mean, they're subtle, they're more muted on my skin tone, at least my deeper skin tone. but they're nice. I don't think, if you haven't picked them up yet and you're of a deeper skin tone, you might want to go in and just buy one and see how you like it. See if you have to continue the build to get it to show up in the way that you want it to. I do think Paradise Venus, for if you're deeper than I am, I don't know how much you're going to get from Paradise Venus, the terracotta one. I don't know how much you're going to get from it. I'm really interested to see my other YouTube friends here, like Lori from Lori's Life, try this and see how it looks on her. So that's my second impressions with these products. If you liked this video, if you found it useful at all, then please give it a like and consider subscribing, because I do haul, swatches, get readies with me's, reviews, and tutorials every Saturday. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you again next week. Until then, bye-bye.